How's it going, guys? It is Zach with Utah and Bought and Gone, here to talk about how USPS and kind of eBay almost stole $800 from me. Mainly USPS, but let's jump into it so I can tell you guys the story. It was a unique situation, but I want to go over this just in case this happens to anybody else down the road. And it's such a unique situation, but I think it's good to talk about. So back on September 15th, I sold this gold ring for $800. So I had it listed about, I think I had it listed for $1,100 or best offer, got an offer for $800, accepted it. Okay, about a week later, I received a message from the buyer stating that he received the box, but it was empty. Immediately, definitely thought that he was trying to scam me because I've sold well over 2,000 items this last year, and I've never had this happen to me. And of course, it happens to me with an $800 item. And so immediately I didn't believe him. Opens up a case against me through eBay, and I contacted eBay, and they're like, "Oh yeah, well, like, you know, we have to wait the 7 days, but when the 7 days are up, we're obviously going to pick your site." I was like, "Sweet," but turns out the guy files a police report, and so he filed the police report stating that the item was stolen, and not only did he sign for the item, he picked it up at the post office. So nobody just stole it off his porch. Someone at the post office ripped the box open. That's the only way, because I left it for the post lady. She picked it up, and then it arrived empty. So someone at the post office took this ring, and the box got ripped open and it fell out, right? But yeah, I'll post a picture of the box right here so you can see that there was a little slit on the left of the box where the opening of the box was. So the ring just fell out, and you bet your ass I paid for insurance and I paid for the signature confirmation. So that was the first thing I was like, oh my gosh, thank goodness I paid for this. And so after the 7 days passed, he provided the police report to eBay, and eBay closed the case in favor to him because he had the police report, which was crazy because I was just like, okay, so what now? I'm out $800. Like, how does this work? Contacted eBay, and they're like, okay, you need to contact the post office since you have insurance and go through them. So I was like, oh my goodness. So here we are, probably roughly the beginning of October, so 2.5 weeks, still haven't got my money, and I'm battling USPS. So I call them, and they say, just so you know, there's no insurance on this item. And I said, that's impossible. I paid for insurance. I even have documentation on my end that states I paid for insurance. And they said, well, there's nothing in our system that says you paid for insurance. And so right there, I was super stressed because it's $800. And I couldn't believe it. Luckily, this item was pretty much free. So, I mean, it wasn't a huge loss, but it was still a value, amount of money that is quite a bit, right? So I was like, I need to talk to your manager. So talk to this manager, and he's like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to send you this documentation. You fill it out, send in everything you have that proves your case, and then we'll review your case. So sends me this documentation. Takes me about another 2 weeks for him to get it to me, for me to fill it out and ship it all back, right? So we're at like another month and a half in, right? And I don't hear anything. I don't hear a single thing from them. No email, no voicemail, no text, nothing. And so I call them, and she's like, "Oh yeah, they closed your case." After I called the USPS, we closed your case. That's all it states. And I said, "What do you mean that's all it states?" I showed like tons of documentation that I paid insurance and everything like that. And she says, all they said was that you don't have insurance. And I was like, well, what am I supposed to do? Because I paid for insurance. I even show right here, it was a 4-ounce item because it was a ring. I paid for signature confirmation and insurance. The label cost, I think it was like $17 for the entire label. Like, there's no way this 4-ounce item didn't cost, $17 if I didn't pay for insurance. And she's like, you're right. She's like, I've had this situation happen to me before from someone that sold something on eBay. And eBay has a third-party insurance company. I don't know if you knew this. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, it's called Ship Cover. I imagine your insurance is through them. And I was like, immediately, I was like, why wouldn't eBay tell me this? Like, this is insane. So I contact eBay, and this is like 2.5 months after I've sold the ring. Like, this is such a long roller coaster, right? I call eBay, and I'm speaking to this lady, and she's like, yeah, I see that you opened up this case. We closed the case, in favor of the buyer. And I said, I get that. But I have insurance on the item. And she's like, oh, you need to contact USPS about that. And I was like, ma'am, I've contacted USPS and they said that you have a third-party insurance company called ShipCover. And she's like, really? And I said, yeah, that's what she told me. And so she's like, hold on one second, puts me on hold, goes and talks to somebody, comes back, and she's like, you know what? You're right. We do have a third-party insurance company called ShipCover. And I was like, how do you work for eBay and not know that you have an insurance? Like, I could have got my money 2 months ago if you guys would have just told me that. And this is the point of the video. Like, I've got to tell people about this because I don't know if everybody knows this, that eBay has a third-party insurance company that's called ShipCover, and that's usually what your insurance is through. And so, yeah, she's like, oh yeah, this is super easy. You just go here, and submit a claim. It took literally 2 seconds to submit a claim. I was shocked. And I get an email automatically, and it states that we're going to reach out to the buyer just to confirm on his end what happened to the situation. He has 30 days to respond. If he doesn't respond, you're going to have to provide documentation of his messages that state that he received the box empty. And I was like, well, the item on eBay, everything filters out every 3 months, every 90 days. So the item's just going to be disappeared, all the messages, everything. And then she was like, well, print everything now, just so you have it when those 30 days are up, just in case the buyer doesn't respond. Of course, the buyer never responded. And luckily, your boy printed out everything that I could that showed that the value of the ring and who bought it and the pictures of the box, everything I could. And luckily, I sent everything in on the 30th day. And the very next day, after 3 months of doing this roller coaster, I got a PayPal notification for $800 from ShipCover. Like, this could have been avoided months ago. I couldn't even believe it. But I had to talk about this stuff because this is insane. I don't know if you guys know this. Like, ShipCover is a third-party insurance company for eBay. So when you guys have these situations, which they are super rare, like if you're starting in eBay and you're worried about this happening to you, this is super rare. Like, I've sold thousands of items, and I don't think I've ever lost an item on its way to the buyer. Like, that's so crazy to me. But it all worked out, luckily, and I got $800 check right before Christmas. I mean, that's a win, right? So I just wanted to share this with you guys. You know, it was a scary situation. I thought I was going to lose my money, but luckily, eBay and eBay's third-party insurance company, ShipCover, took care of me. So, you guys, I hope you like the video. I hope this helps you with, you know, something going on in your life when you sell something on eBay and you can't figure out what's going on. Contact eBay about their third-party insurance company, so because that will usually be the source that helps you out. So, you guys, I appreciate you watching. Do not forget to like. Do not forget to comment below if you have any questions, and subscribe. Right? Like, I'm gonna make more videos, so you need to watch them. And I appreciate your guys' time. Hope you had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year if you haven't already seen this. And thank you so much. I'll see you guys on the next one. See ya.